Hello everyone, we're back with another full game commentary. This time we're playing as Darius into Mundo. Room-wise, we have the usual setup for Darius with Conqueror, Triumph, Tenacity, Lust Stand, Bone Plating and Unflinching. We are gonna go for a little invade action here since we have Morgana. Our team comp, we have
Welcome
Nocturne,
to
Yone,
Summoner's
Ezreal,
Rift.
Morgana into their Gragas, Harry, Misfortune and Soraka. Here I take the short approach. Maybe I shouldn't have done
30
3 waves
seconds
a
to
bit
minions
earlier.
spawn.
Unfortunately, Morgana misses the binding on Harry, so nothing much time for me. We trade a little bit of damage back and forth. Morgana gets chunked. It's okay, it's early in the game. I take a bit of too much damage from the poke, so I'm actually gonna recall here. And nothing much came from the invade. That's all fine, that's still worth an attempt. I'm gonna accelerate forward a bit.
Minions have
So
spawned.
I'm running Ghost Flash, Mundo's running Flash Teleport. The lane phase plan is to try to trade a little bit with Mundo. If he misplays a little bit, I can maybe get a solo kill. Is gonna be a bit hard because of Mundo's passive, preventing the first of my hooks to land. But that doesn't stop me from slowing him with W. So I'm gonna try to play a bit aggressive, although he can easily farm from range with his Q and disengage. So here, playing phase starts. I'm trying to match the push. I'm trying to get my level 2 first. I've started W once I get into the lane for the automatic reset and more potential for trading. I could have started Q as well since I'm not doing a great job. Here we trade bomb ratings. He gets a Rust proc, I get 2 stacks on. I should be getting my XP level up on the next minion, which gives me potential to step forward. Again, unfortunately, even though I do pick E, it's impossible for me to capitalize on my level 2 directly because I cannot just simply hook the Mundo. And here he gets his level 2, we're just playing safe, playing slow, trading back and forth. Okay, here I use my E. I know it's not gonna proc anything, but I want to pop his shield so that maybe in the next future we can play a bit more aggressive. Let's have my level 3. Here I get my level 3, I'm waiting for my cooldown. I missed my Q, that's a little bit too premature. And he's trading very well, he's chunking me with his Q cleavers. I'm a bit low health. He is getting a freeze on. I'm gonna go and take a look at the warding. I see Nocturne on my side of the map, so I'm moving into the jungle to spot the Gragas, maybe go for an invade. Even though I'm not very healthy, I just want to scare the Gragas. I ward for the Nocturne. Meanwhile, Mundo fails to hold the freeze properly and lets a couple of minions step into turret. So I know that this is gonna bounce back onto me eventually, and I'm just gonna back off and get my early boots and pots. While Nocturne makes the mistake of moving into the enemy jungler, while I attack. This is unfortunate. Yes, he has the ward, but Yone is being pushed in, so I will be able to rotate first. I'm not there, so Nocturne rightfully moves away and just focuses on the scuttle. You can get the scuttle for free because of the pressure that you run the Gragas. Meanwhile, here the freeze is slowly melting, and the wave is starting to push back into me. Nocturne moves behind the tribe rush. He's looking for the Gragas. He finds the Gragas. I'm not sure he wants to fight that. Again, I'm not in a position to collapse onto him first because Mundo can pack through here and if not, I would have to go through the turret. And mid lane Yone is a little bit behind and being pushed in terms of pressure. Okay, Nocturne just being a nuisance. I am being pushed in, so I'm pinging missing and then I won't be able to help. This wave is too big. And also Mundo will level up, 2 levels up on me, because now just 1 because of the pressure, because of the earlier cheetah recall I had. And here Nocturne is still committing, still messing around with Gragas. He manages to spell shield. We may be able to get a kill. Here I try this we get one kill, Mundo gets two, I'm getting my passive in, I see my Yone coming in, and we trade the flash on the Mundo. Overall, a 1-for-1, I had to burn both my summoners. I flashed early to try to be in reach sooner, maybe that was a bit premature, I panicked a bit. The wave is pushed into me, this is very nice, I'm gonna trim it a little bit with my Qs, because it's a bit heavy, it's a bit big of a wave, and I'm just gonna try to keep it here. Mundo has to recall, has burned his flesh, but he has gained a double buff and a kill. You can see he managed to buy a giant belt and a regen bead, he is much stronger than me, and I got the boots now. And even though I'm a couple CS ahead, this wave is not really frozen, it's starting to push back into Mundo. And Nocturne, knowing that Gragas has finished his top side, sacrifices the bot scatter to get the void grubs, which is fine. I can come and help him if things happen. Ari could be in a position to collapse before Yone. Yone is half HP, but Anne is out of mana, so she has to back. This is fine. Okay, here we do a little quick trade, and I realized that even to my passive, he's just got too much health to match him, and all of this damage I put onto him will probably regen away with this passive and his red buff. Nocturne tries to come in looking for a gank, there's not much to be done here. Also the other ward, and that just expired, so he pulls back. Here, this wave is pushed in on 50% HP. Yes, I'm 6, but his passive is almost back up, so I don't really have a kill pressure. I'm trying to shove it and return for mine. But unfortunately, Nocturne revealing himself topside prompts Gragas to go for the dragon. This should not be allowed. The bot lane should rotate because they just killed MF, and there is nothing for them to do here. You know, Ezreal could stay on the wave and farm while Morgana goes and mess with them. But I guess that she cannot stop her alone, so they elect to focus on the wave instead. That's also a fair decision. You can focus on the guaranteed gold instead of trying to push Gragas away. I would have moved here. Gragas is 50% HP, he's not 6, there's only Soraka. They can not kill them, but push them away. Meanwhile, I'm getting back into lane. I purchase Merc Threads because their top side is almost all magic damage. Mundo does a fair bit of physical damage in an extended trade, but he also has those constant slow cleaver. Gragas has a constant slow with his Q and Harry Charm. It's not so much for the CC, which is again mostly slows, so you would be better off using your swiftness boots. It's more about you have an early MR item. And the reason why I'm not rushing my Triforce, which I'm starting to build with the glowing moat, is because while they do have double melee top lane, I don't feel like I have any clear pressure on the moon, it just has too much HP. And I'd rather have some defensive stuff to avoid getting hit. Okay, here, finally push this one in completely. We can take a look at the CS, 62 to 52, we're kinda even. Then nobody doing a stellar job CSing, we should be maybe 10-15 CS ahead, both of us. I's pushed in, I see the Nocturne coming in, I ping the ultimate, and I cut my boost to chase after, I wait for a second dash. After I slow there, I managed to cancel the third dash, and then managed to pass it. Unluckily, I keep the aggro even after being pushed back. Actually, I'm gonna rewind this a couple of times. Slow motion. So here, Nocturne engages from the ping, I'm collapsing from Link just from the other side. Ari uses her first dash onto the Nocturne engage, uses her flash and second dash, and luckily I land the E right as she's dashing away. Cancel his final dash. I'm more protected, but I cannot drop the aggro. And once, actually I dropped the aggro as I was out, but because Yone bounced back and I was the one hitting Gragas in that instant, I get the aggro and I cannot finish him with my ultimate reset. A little bit unfortunate, a little bit. If you only tanked for a couple seconds more currently to the valley and still out HP, we would have got the Gragas as well. It is what it is, we still get a kill in the Harry, we burn our flesh, it's overall worth it. My ghost is going to be up sooner than
Blue team double kill.
Mundo meanwhile is doing the right thing, he's not able to rotate in time, so he's pushing this one in completely, he's gonna go for one plate and putting the Nocturne to defend the plates. And I tell him, you are low bro, so be careful. stay at the turret, we don't actually fight him, I'm right behind you, don't be too cocky. He's doing the right thing, he's finding what he can with skill while keeping some safe distance. Trade a hit, trade a credit shot, Mundo does get one blade, that's okay. He is ahead of me in XP, so I am still a bit hesitant to fight him. I managed to get enough gold to finish my Sheen. That's not exactly a kill pressure item yet. I'm just gonna play into scaling. Mundo is just too safe at this point. You can always find the kill without ever coming in close to me. Here, I have made a little bit of a mistake because I used my E to proc his passive so that maybe we have some kill pressure later since he's already 15% lower than maximum HP. But Gragas is coming in just as I do it. I did not expect the Gragas here. I thought that because his top side was mostly down, it would be somewhere on the bot side, which probably he should be. Most of his camps are up, but he's going for the buff, and I didn't realize that the buff timer was so delayed because of all the shenanigans that happened at the blue buff during Nocturne's first invade. And I engage onto him. Gragas comes, yeah, they try to kill on me. I do get an attack with maybe. No, they just burst me before I can get it. Bit of a mistake on the side, I should not engage without vision. If I had a ward on this bush, I could have pulled forward. I was not really pushed into the lane too much, but it was enough for me to be caught and prepared. And the Justice is the same with Gragas. And Mundo can just tell me before I get my 5 stacks, I don't have much enough speed yet. Here, Nocturne tries to show you, he finds nothing, but he manages to burn Mundo's ultimate. So here, he's pushing forward, Nocturne is defending my turret, that's very nice. Mundo doesn't have a Sunfire engine, so he's not feeling aggro for just being near the turret. Here I found the Gragas as I'm trying to flank. I try to combo in for my stacks, and this engages finish, but in my flash W and range we complete it. We don't have enough to get on top of the Mundo though. But the wave is pushed into me, we get a revenge kill on Gragas. I am gonna try to push hard because I'm hoping to get some plates as I know that Mundo is gonna be backing. And I'm trying to get gold. Score-wise, 5-5, we can take a look at the scoreboard. This need is basically even. Yeah, Jonas said that has to Darius a little bit of XP. Bot lane is kinda even, but for some reason the MF has a shutdown, which I guess is because they got it too later. Here, after execution, they got no raid. This is a mistake from the Gragas. He should not start pushing into the void grubs because I am here and Mundo isn't. Nocturne, he doesn't know where he is and is actually close. Yone is pushing bot lane, so I guess that's why he started the void grubs. We do not have vision on the Gragas here. I'm gonna move back, probably put down a ward because I don't know where the Gragas is. Nocturne moves into the void grubs, find the Gragas and is killing him. I would like to come to help, this wave is pushing into me, so I start moving first. I get caught by this link, so I'm a bit hesitant to go in because I was shooting one on this pocket. Nocturne is still trading back and forth here. We see Ari and Yone not rotating, Yone is being pushed in, so I'm a bit skeptical. I'm feeling not so bad because I do not want to fight this because we don't have Yone. And we have to keep those 3 grabs. Meanwhile, I try to push this as fast as I can, so that I can maybe make them use some retaliation. But they burn the Volkers fast enough that Mundo comes back to lane. He could freeze here, he doesn't, he likes to push the wave completely. And I try to sneak in a recall. How much gold do we have? 1000, that should be enough to get me my phage. Almost 1100. Mundo finds me, I proc his passive, he's trying to take me for his stacks, he finds the stacks, I realize he's doing a lot of damage, so I disengage by using my ultimate. I'm out of mana, I don't really want to fight this now, and this is a bad situation for me to be in. I mismanaged my mana and now I'm finding myself pushed into the tower. I should have maybe tried to avoid this trade and looking for the fight and just wait here and farm what I could. Meanwhile, bot lane Nocturne is trying to find an engage, but there are 3 enemy champions against only 2 of us. Morgana is still far away, so there's nothing that's gonna come from it. And here I'm gonna try to farm what I can with the little mana I have left. Yone finds the soul kill on Ari. Here the fight is extended from Shukui, Morgana manages to join the fight, they find the kill on Gragas, they find the kill on the Soraka, probably. No, they don't find the kill on the Soraka, but they finish on it, they get the shutdown, Nocturne gets really fed. Mundo's cancel is back, that's a good move for him. He didn't realize I don't have the mana to fight him, and he's still gonna keep the pressure on. He knows there's no one on the side of the map. I am scared of a dive here, I do not know how much in is left from his ultimate, and it's not up yet, and then I kind of lost track at this point, the very last used it, so I have to eventually just retreat and give it or at least a sizable number of plates. I'm continuing for Yone to rotate here, but he's looking at Dragon. There's no need for Yone to go on Dragon, we just kill bot lane. So I cancel my back, I try to stay a little bit longer. This is risky, this is very risky. Mundo's ultimate up here, he can just finish me. And as I get in the last minion, I really have to recall now. So we traded Drake and the boss shut down for a few plays on the Mundo. He's very low. If Yone was coming top, he could find a kill perhaps. But he waited too long and now Harry is returned to lane, so he's being pressured in. Mundo's not going for the plates, I guess he's scared of his HP being low now that a lot of time has elapsed and Nocturne could be coming on this side. And also plates have fallen past 14 minutes. He could be pushing for the turret. I think he's got he doesn't have Demolish, so never mind, he's just returning. If he had Demolish here, he could definitely push for the turret. I'm first in lane, and I am going to try to push this hard to get the bounce and maybe put Mundo in a compromisable position, as I know that Nocturne is on my top side of the map, so I think it's gonna do chickens, get golems, and maybe we can find a kill on the top. I do not stay, I know that Mundo will be back soon, so I rotate towards the Herald, maybe towards mid. They find the flash on Ari, okay, so I have to pull back, there's nothing for me left to do. I ping the Herald, now that we have removed mid from the equation, I ward in depth and try to find the Gragas. Mundo's blocking my return to lane. Meanwhile, Herald has been started, Yone is finally moving into us. It's good, I can drop a pink ward and try to clear this. I see Gragas coming on to me. This is okay, if they're distracted by me, then Yone and Nocturne can take control of the pocket. Yone finally engages. He doesn't find the ultimate on the Gragas. I am moving as fast as I can, trying to find a kill. I find it, I messed up my ult, I would have loved the reset there. But I did find the kill, Ari TP's in, and we just get the kill on the Gragas thanks to me burning the ghost. And Morgana is here. This is a good run from the support as we're pushing on the objective, which gives us the confidence of throwing back onto the Herald. Morgana is holding a kill very late, they engaged on me, but I managed to find a double kill with my Q. I flash out, and we finish the kill. We burn the flash on Mundo. He didn't have to flash, I was too at low HP to continue, and Morgana learned how to kill him. Overall, great play from the team. We managed to find Herald, we managed to find a couple kills on Gragas and Ari, we burn LPD, we burn Mundo's Flash. We have a lot of safety vision here with these 3 wards, so I'm not particularly scared. For the next minute or so I will be safe. I included my eco after we spent all my gold. This time I completed my Triforce, you know, double top melee, so Triforce is really good here. Mid and jungle are very fed at this point, so my job here is just to not throw. I'm gonna try to do what I can to be useful to the team while not taking excessive risk, as we are ahead, so there's no need to take too many risks. Okay, I'm just focusing on my thing here. I'm probably gonna try to fish for an E to proc his passive, so that maybe later we can fight. Yep, fish the first E, I can validate this thing. I get my 4 stacks, 5 stacks of passive, and this is pretty good damage. We can see that I'm starting to be a menace with the Triforce. They find a kill on the bot lane, do 2 kills on the bot lane thanks to Nocturne engage. Ari is collapsing, is she gonna be able to finish them? Yeah, they find a kill on the Nocturne, that's a massive shutdown, but thankfully it goes on the Gragas, who is the less dangerous person to be on. If he was on the Ari, it would be worse. Yone finds the kill on the Hari, but Gragas finds the kill on Ezreal. They trade back to Ari, they trade back to the Gragas. Here, Mundo's doing that thing he does where he stays away and just procs with his passive. This is probably a little bit excessively aggressive for me. I have taken one too many Qs during this exchange phase, that when I go in to proc his passive with my hook, I am actually putting myself in a position of danger because I'm only 50% HP and I've just used my Q. My cooldown is like 5 seconds. I managed to invalidate his shield, but because it has a full heart still, it does way too much damage. Even if I find a heal, I have to retreat to try to not be completely smashed. I do trade back a little bit of damage, but Mundo is very healthy and he has his ultimate up, so here I have to be mindful of a dive. But my E is almost back up and he has no passive, so I can maybe outplay this by, you know, cancelling this position with E, getting the Q heal off the E while the turret is hitting me. He is wearing a Sunfire, so I know that I can maybe fight him here. The moment I proc his passive with my E, he should probably dive me. He's maybe scared that his hardtail is still on cooldown on me and he doesn't think he can kill me, but I think he has the kill potential. I should be backing off, but the moment I see he's not pushing forward and he's still fishing for Qs, I'm tension around them and I just fake my recall to try to proc him in. He actually takes one extra turret shot for it. My Nocturne is coming in. Nocturne is waiting for his E to be off cooldown, for his passive to regenerate so I can proc him again. And here Mundo should sniff that something is off. I should not be walking up so much without backup. So he should either back completely or commit to dive. We should not just wait and see, because the more time passes, the more I regen, and the more chances there are that my allies come onto me. He knows that he has no one nearby in his team. Hari is neat, we see her. We see Gragas on the ward, he doesn't know that we see him, but he knows that Gragas is not on this side, and me stepping up should be a clear telltale sign that I have backup. I managed to proc his E finally. That was the goal of me stepping up, because I want Nocturne to have a chance to actually fear him. And Nocturne, you know, engages on top of it. He procs his ultimate, but Nocturne is really strong. I get the slow with my W, I get the we find the kill. Ari is gonna try to engage onto Morgana here. She doesn't find, she gets bound. We know that Mundo has not E still, so we can push this safely, because we know that there is a dragon. Here, Nocturne has sacrificed this dragon to help me out, so I need to be able to get something in return. We know that Mundo has no TP, so we are pushing in for this tower. And because we have Triforce, we should be able to get it. We also have 3 Void Jobs, which is not bad. They found a kill on the Morgana, but Nocturne comes in. A little bit tricky there. They should have just let this one go, honestly. They were not in a position to contest it, because Nocturne was top side. It kinda turns out well, because Nocturne and Yona are very fed. So Yona can find the cleanup after all the enemy cooldowns have been used to finish Nocturne. It was not necessary to risk giving shutdowns and stuff like that. This is a coin flip. We don't need to do coin flips because we are ahead. But it pays out. Yona finds a few kills, and Ezreal can clean up onto the Gragas. I don't know if he's gonna find the Kuraka. But again, my turret, I have quite a bit of gold now. I am going to purchase a Tunneler. I'm probably going into Thunder Sky here with the blade, because I want to have some healing too to match the tankiness, because I am gonna be the front line, right? Because Nocturne is building a little bit of tankiness with the X-Plate, the X-Plate, Yona is for damage, so I have to be a little bit beefy. Also, as Darius, you know, your damage comes from your passive. Here, I mess up my engage, I find the hustle of the passive, but I also miss my Q. So even though I managed to proc my passive, Mundo is really strong. I know that my ult is gonna be up soon, that's why I'm taking this fight, and I know that Mundo's ultimate is no longer cooldown, he has no cooldown items. While I do. And here I find the second Q, I use my Q preemptively, and then I chase him down with that. Okay. not much you can do, it's just item differences at this point. I'm a bit too ahead, and he should not have engaged without his ultimate. If he did have his ultimate up, he could have probably killed me there, because I don't really have guaranteed sustain, and unless I land my cubes, there's no way I kill. Here, this is a mistake by the enemy team. They are pushing up as 3 without Gragas. They know they don't have Gragas, and they know that top has just died. I am relatively healthy. You know, maybe I can drop a couple of Qs on the minions as I move forward, which is what I'm trying to do now. Here I'm trying to heal off the Gromp, because your Q passive heal works onto large monsters, and they are being flanked on 3 sides. You know, we have Ezreal coming in from the bot lane, Nocturne ready to go, his ultimate is up, and Yone is teleporting in. Morgana is gonna collapse from the back. They should not be pushing ahead without Gragas. Unfortunately, the trigger doesn't get pulled. Morgana is the only one stepping in. They're trying to find one with Soraka, so Soraka's gonna die. Nocturne keeps engaging on Ahri. I'm not sure that's the best thing. You should engage in Soraka or MF. I think he engaged in Ahri because he thought that Soraka was automatically dead and MF was out of vision. We find the burning of Ahri ultimate. Meanwhile, I am out of this fight because I'm too far away. All I can do at this stage is clear up the jungle and try to deny resources from the enemy while also healing for my Q passive. Okay, here the fight gets extended, and F finds Ezreal thanks to Gragas, but we find Ahri, we'll kill an F thanks to Yone coming in. Mundo teleports. Here, let's take a look at what I'm doing in Mundo. I see the Herald being dropped mid. I have moved here. I think that Mundo is gonna move top to catch this wave, right? So the fact that they keep extending this fight long enough for Mundo to teleport is a little bit unfortunate. At the moment I see the Herald being here, I'm too far away to come to this fight. By the time I'm there is nothing I can do. It's gonna be over anyway. And I see the Herald here, so what I do instead is focus on the Herald. So the main thing we're gonna learn in this session is how to make decisions about not react to the fight, but think about what you can do. Thanks to my push, we can get 2 charges of the Herald, while my team luckily finds enough damage to continue the fight. I see the Gragas is low, so I try to rotate, because I don't have the damage to take this turret, because some people might be spawning. Ahri is coming in a second, I don't want to die to her. I could have taken the turret, but maybe Ahri would have been able to catch me. And I see the Gragas almost killing Nocturne, so I want to preserve Nocturne's shutdown and help him out. Nocturne doesn't have a shutdown, but I know he's fed, so I'm gonna have a shutdown. And that's what prompted me to do that split second with me. Here, you know, finish clearing the topside jungle. This wave is pushing back into me. We see the Mundo being completely out of position. So he's gonna get caught. I don't know why he was there. We can take a look at how he got to that position. He was just pushing mid without vision all around him. We can take a look at his perspective. Right? He doesn't see any of our teammates, which should not be surprised. This one is looked at the different. Meanwhile, I'm starting to move in as I see that Ahri is also trying to save Mundo. The moment that the fight ends, I immediately take position on the top side. I see MF here. I try to fish for something. I think that maybe they're not stepping forward because Soraka is warded over the wall. So I retreat to the Tribe Rush and try to ambush them there, or at least capture the wave. Here I'm pinging into the team that Soraka and MF are rotating towards them. But nothing happens, so I'm gonna clear my wave, retreat here. I have a lot of gold on myself, so I don't really want to stay, but because my team has started Baron, I have to stay. I know they have plenty enough damage to beat the Baron by themselves, so I'm acting in a position of, you know, bodyguard. I'm not letting anyone in like a bouncer. Soraka sees me on a ward, so she is gonna just let me know that I'm in vision, and we get the Baron. Here at this point, I am very fed too. I have 3000 gold to spend. I'm gonna finish my Thunder Sky, I think. Okay, first I clear this wave, the application's off, and then I, you know, go back. I have the power recall, so cancelling it once is not a big deal. Yeah, I finish my Thunder Sky, and I start working onto my Deadman's Blade. And I move bot. I was gonna move bot, because I see the wave pushing in. But because I know I'm strong, I am 2 items and a half, and I have boots, I know I can take on the pressure on the top side. And the next objective coming up is Dragon. We have 1 Dragon to 2 for the enemy team, so I want my team on the Dragon side. So instead of moving bot, I ping somebody to go bot, and I immediately go top. Even though I had started going bot, because that's where the wave was, I make this decision to move towards the top lane instead. Nocturne is nearby. We can maybe find a kill on the Mundo again, if it's gonna keep his push on. I have my summoner spells up, I'm moving fast thanks to all the Blastcons. The evolved Blastcon, they really make you go fast. Here, I'm pinging Nocturne to check the bush in case he hasn't retreated. I drop the trinket. No, we do not find the Mundo. He was smart, he has retreated enough. And Dragon is coming up, so I'm pinging Nocturne to go back and go on to Dragon. I'm strong, I see the Dragas here. I ping the Dragas, so I spam ping the Dragon. Here, I do not honestly expect 4 people to be here, because Dragon is up. I didn't have vision of them, so that was my mistake to push into the jungle without them. But I expected at least 1 or 2 people to beat or catching this wave bot lane. They are all here, they hard engage onto me. But because I have both my summoners up, I can just knock it off. And they cannot find the kill. We trade Ahri ultimate for my summoners. And meanwhile, Natina started Dragon. Here I'm thinking that they have used the RER. So that's another threat. Yona is a little bit late to the Dragon. I am a bit chunked, so I'm trying to stay away from revealing myself. But I want to defend this turret. We finished the Dragon. Here there is no reason for my team to stay and wait for the enemy to walk into them. Dragon has been defeated, so there's nothing else to do here. They should move back into the mid lane, and Nocturne should just move into the blue buff and into those wolves. Okay, here I am weaker in that I have 50% HP to a full HP, and I have no summoner spells, but I'm also strong in terms of items, so I just want to make sure that this tower doesn't fall, because it's got shutdown though. Mundo's not pushing for the tower, so I can clear another wave, and then get my recall off. Okay, I now possess not that much gold, so I'm probably not gonna buy anything, and I'm just gonna move bot. Why am I moving bot now? Because now there is no objective on the bot lane, so I want my team on the top side and me on the bot lane. Unfortunately, I see that my team is pressuring the bot himself and not listening to the ping, so I immediately move to the top to prevent Mundo for collecting the gold shutdown on the tower. This is a bit suboptimal. They should have 1 top, 3 mid, and me bot lane, so that I can take this tower, but it is what it is. You have to react to how the game evolves. Mundo still not pushing for the tower. He's retreating. I saw him on my trinket ward here, so I know he cannot be too far, so I go look for him. I find him behind the alcove. I start engaging. I cancel his passive heal with my thing. I miss my Q heal, slight misplay, but I'm strong enough that I can just finish him. I do not find the kill. I thought I had enough, but he pops out his ultimate and just walks it off with increased move speed. That's okay. The turret dies, they don't get local gold. I should have probably stopped them, but I thought I could kill the Mundo. The wave is killing the wave, so there's no need for me to go back. Meanwhile, they are finding Yona is getting killed. Let's see what happened in the bot lane. I have all these actions in front. Okay, they're pressuring T2. Morgana finds the invasion on the map, but they're cancelled. And Yone also mess up mechanically and gets destroyed. Ezreal is left alone here. Mid is being pushed in. All the action is happening in this area of the screen. So I know that I can catch this wave and maybe get the T2 here because nobody's gonna be around. Okay, I start pushing. I use this plan to reveal forward. I see the Mundo coming in, so I back off. And as Mundo is on top of me, my team should not be dying here. They should have just backed off after getting bot T2. Luckily, they managed to find the CC on Ahri and finish it off, but the Ezreal is gonna fall. He also has a shutdown. They should not be doing this. You know, you're ahead. You don't want to trade 1v1, so choose. They both die actually, so I'm just gonna finish clearing my walls. Try to heal up a little bit, and I am looking for people. I'm looking to back off now because I don't have anyone left alive. So I'm gonna catch this top wave, and then I'm probably gonna try to recall. I have 1300 gold. I will have 1500 or so after this. Okay. And now I don't know if I have enough to complete my Deadness Blade. I might have. That's what I'm going for because I want to be mobile and I want to split push on the side lane. Yes, I have enough. So I am probably going to move towards the bot lane because Baron is coming up and I want my team on the Baron side to come up and me on the opposite side being so strong. I'm level 16. I'm ahead of everyone else in experience. Gold wise, I'm not the strongest, but I'm stronger than most of the enemy team except the MF. Okay, here the idea is to start creating pressure on the bot lane so that my team can pressure on the Baron. Unfortunately, I think this is where I make a mistake of engaging too soon on the enemy, and the Baron is not up yet. So I just have to wait for Baron to spawn before I start making pressure, but I get a bit greedy. I see MF on the wave. Okay, we can take a look at the visibility on my side. I see MF on the wave, I see Harry mid. I think that because Baron is coming up, the enemy team would be on the middle or top side of the lane. Also because the mid lane has super minions. I did not expect... I expect maybe Soraka to be here with MF, and I'm not scared of the Soraka, I have Ghost up. I did not expect Gragas to path into me when all his jungle on the bot side is down. Yes, Gragas has done a couple of times this thing where he is not where I expect him to be. I'm not sure that's intentional. I think those are just mistakes on the macro level for him, but they work on this game because I'm making the mistake of assuming that he's playing rationally and perfectly when he's clearly not. So I should rely less on my experience and more on my senses and put down some more vision. But because I see an F out of position, I just pop Ghost and I expect to see all the F here. And when I find 3 people, I just get succeeding to that, and there's not much to do. And my team cannot capitalize onto this because the Baron is not up yet. I gave away sat down. It's really bad mistake. So, you know, in chat, I'm telling to the people, I'm sorry, I apologize, that was bad. I should have waited. I did not expect that to be there, given that everything downside is down. But my team is strong enough that it can hold. I also wasted time, the mid lane is pushing, so we don't lose too much except my shutdown and my ghost. But that was definitely a mistake you should not do if you don't have the vision of the enemy. If you're on high elo, you can make reasonable guesses where the enemy is, but in medium to low elo, anybody can be anywhere at any time. Morgana gets caught while trying to find a pick. MF is actually getting really strong. She's a little bit of a threat now. If she can land a full ult on her team, she's gonna destroy it. She has 5 items. So we have to pull off. They cannot really do Baron even through this because MF had to recall and our team can always be scary. I am back on the map. As we see Baron being started, we think to go in, not so much because we want to full commit to the fight, but because we want to create a little bit of pressure. Here I'm pressuring. Yona finds a flank that unfortunately only reaches Gragas on the ultimate. We're gonna go back a little bit and slow down this replay. So here the enemy team is starting Baron. We ping Baron to contest it, and we want them off the Baron. We don't want to fight it fully, but we don't want them to get it for free. We have still 4 people in the map and we see Mundo in the top lane, so at worst it's a 4v4. Okay, they see us coming in, they are backing off. Here I'm walking forward to create a front line here because I want my team behind me. I want to be, you know, the beefy guy at the top. And Yona finds a flank. He gets his triple wing charges, and he is gonna go in on this side. He sees the MF and tries to engage on top of her, but his ultimate is slightly off. We just burned Harry's charm as well, so the only CC that you have to contest this engage from Yon is on Gragas. Unfortunately, Yon whiffs the ultimate while Ezreal and Nocturne are not pressuring on this side. You know, if Nocturne was up, he could ult the Soraka here maybe, and if Ezreal was closer, he could DPS, but overall, we don't find anything. Yone is being silenced, so gets rooted and deleted. Nocturne actually goes in a little bit late and finds a nice burst, but Soraka drops the redemption together with her ultimate. And Nocturne finds enough damage to kill the MF, which is a big success, because she's the main threat on the enemy team. But overall, it's a 2-for-1 exchange. I think they're gonna get the retaliation. He finds a way out. This is a bit illegal. He should not be able to find a way out here. Okay, he did not. They're gonna get on top of him and finish him. Unfortunate. Dragon is up, so here we want to do the same thing as before. MF is dead. That's the main threat. We don't want to fully commit to the fight, but we don't want to try to scare them off the objective. We see Ahri in the mid lane, so we know that there's not much pressure here. Unfortunately, here I get revealed by Stacko. I'm looking for maybe jumping over with the Blast Cone. Morgana has rotated to the top side for some reason. If she was here with us, we can maybe contest this. We go in trying to be annoying. I pop the E, I try to get some healing off. I'm looking for an entrance, but unfortunately here the entrance is sealed by the Baron. It's just me and Ezreal. Mundo steps up a bit too much. He gets enough damage that I can finish him off with my bleed. And I do not have the cooldown on my R. I find that Soraka can flash out the pit, Gragas can flash out, can E out of the pit. We find a kill, but not much else. All of these comebacks, it's worth mentioning, they all originated from my mistake, right? When I got caught in the bot lane because I engaged on what I thought was only MF and Soraka, and Gragas was there. So even though you're ahead, your mistakes can still precipitate the game. You know, the chain of events that brought to us losing the Dragon and losing 2 kills on the shutdown in the Baron came from me. If I was up here and not dying, then we could just get the Baron and none of this would happen. So your actions have consequences, especially your mistakes. Okay, here we can push into the lane. I know I have Ezreal behind me, so I can clear another wave uncontested. Gragas is gonna come towards me. At the moment I see Gragas, I know he's probably not alone. So I'm just gonna finish the clearing and move away. I also don't have anyone else now on my team nearby me. Ezreal has retreated, Yone is dead. So I just step back a little bit, go out of vision, take the golems, try to get as many resources as I can, and try always to be farming, deny enemy resources. Here I could clear those 2 minions, but I want to keep up the pressure, because now that Baron is up, we can wait for Yone to be back alive, and we can do the same thing we were trying to do before, with me pushing the bot lane, and my team pressuring Baron. Meanwhile, Yone is coming back, so he will be able to... because Yone is now down, I don't want them to go on Baron and force it 4v5, so I'm just trying to create some pressure on the bot lane to push someone to me. Here, Nocturne finds maybe an engage on the Ahri. Yeah, he gets revealed by the plant. Okay, Ahri is sleeping, she doesn't see him, otherwise she could engage into Nocturne. I see Mundo on the bot lane, I immediately start rotating so I have priority. Mundo has TP, so he should not be walking to me, he should just stay bot and TP eventually. I'm trying to find a flank. Here, they might collapse onto me, look at the position, you know, my team is here, I was flanking them, but because Mundo is following me, they could be flanking me. So I immediately try to heal back towards the bot lane and not towards the mid or the top. Okay, and here I see people. I thought they were gonna fully commit to me. I don't see Ahri. I thought maybe she was gonna jump out of behind this wall and charm me. So I proc my ghost to run away. I see the MF. I try to scare her and keep the pressure on this side. Meanwhile, Gragas makes the mistake of engaging here on the Morgana while no one can back him off except for Ahri. But it's still 2 people here. Yone is coming in. Nocturne can always engage at distance with his ultimate. So we're gonna slow this down. They do find the kill onto Morgana, but okay, they don't find the counter kill onto Gragas. You know, trade support from jungler would be good, but because everybody's focused over here, Nocturne has free access to his ultimate. He sees the MF, engages fully on her, he can burst it down. Meanwhile, because Mundo has joined this little skirmish, I have been able to come back around and join from the lane. I have my ghost still ticking, I'm waiting for an opening. Okay, I find the hook onto the Gragas, I combo him, I get my stacks, my passive, so I'm trying to move forward. I killed a bit preemptively, I thought there was someone in the bush. I had no vision. I had vision, but I thought there was someone in the bush for some reason. Maybe it was a bit trying to read their movements. And we trade off MF and Morgana. MF and Gragas for Morgana and Nocturne. Here we have them in a little bit of a alcove, so we have to run them in three sides, but they are good together, so we can't find anything. Mundo steps away from her scary, so Yone engages onto Ari. He doesn't find the kill, but I do find the hook. He has the flash, I have to back off, but it's enough for me to finish it off with the ultimate. And Yone finds the ult onto Mundo. I ult immediately because I want to drop as much damage as I can. As you will finally joins us. Here it's a Mundo being killed by Soraka, and none of us have any substantial healing reduction. That's being dealt by Nocturne, so there's not much we can do. And now, again, I want my team on the top side. I want to go on the bot lane and pressure, so I'm pathing towards the bot lane, not directly through the bot lane because it's the fastest path. Ezreal is recalling with full HP, but I guess he has item to complete. Yes, he gets a spear. And our team is setting up Vision and Baron with Morgana and Yon, while Ezreal and Nocturne are coming back. Here I'm getting the buff. Why am I getting the buff? Not so much for me, because it's a blue buff, but because it's a post-Baron spawn buff, so it gets applied to all team. And because no one is here to take it, if I get it for my whole team. So as I'm walking on the bot lane and waiting for my team to rejoin the top side, I can do this to help them out. And take some prompts as I can on the way, because I don't want Nocturne to have to path all the way down here. I want Nocturne on the Baron side. Okay, here Yone is coming back to the lane, to the Baron side. I'm pushing in, I'm like, alright, stay on Baron, I can take this. And, you know, Morgana is tangling with the other support, Gragas jumps in, Nocturne is pushing mid to try to get this going before they fight at Baron. This is a good idea, you know, before you can fight an objective, you have time, you want to push out things, so that if you lose the fight, you have maybe 10-15 more seconds before the enemy can push your inhibitors, because they have to have a wave. And if you win the fight, then your wave is already in face of their inhibitors, and you can immediately capitalize on that. Here, I'm going towards the bot lane. We see that these things are tangling that range. Morgana gets caught. She should have just backed off the moment that me and Nocturne were on the bot side. We are kind of decided to give the Baron for two turrets. Okay, Mundo TPs to contest me. I can get the turret, he's not being able to cancel it. I don't think he can solo contest me, so I'm gonna fuck my passive. I miss a couple of kills, and Nocturne comes in to join the fray, and I think it's enough to kill him. Okay, unfortunately the enemy team should be doing Baron, they're making a mistake of not doing it, and we get out alive. MF also a bit too prematurely, she cannot complete us. We are being chased, so we have to try to keep Nocturne alive while we are being escaped. I have a shutdown, Nocturne doesn't have a shutdown, but Nocturne needs to be alive because he's the jungler, and we don't want to give the possibility for them to do an objective when the other smite. Here I hope to Gragas to give Nocturne some space, and I find the heal. I have my Madness Blade kicking back in, and they cannot catch up with me. Okay, so nothing much. All the team is bot lane. Ezreal is poking at a distance, being annoying. Meanwhile, Morgana is back and she can contest the push from Hari. We're also pushing into super minions. She's actually doing quite a bit of damage. She finds the binding, Nocturne finds the ultimate, and they clear the Morgana. And I ping for the dragon because we see that there's only 3 of the enemy team onto it and we can get it. Yone teleports on the bot lane. They do find the kill on Morgana. She was first checking a bit too eagerly. And we are just ignoring the thing and just pushing to the mid lane. I'm trying to find a flank with my goals. Very chaotic fight. MF trying to push the Nocturne. I'm trying to get on top of the Soraka. I find my ultimate, but she has a root up, so it's unable to finish her. And here it's me and Yone against Gragas and Mundo, which then is Henry. Because Yone has finally built some damage. We still don't have any reduction, which makes this fight unnecessarily hard, but we do find the kill into the Gragas, and shortly after Yone can finish with MF and Mundo can slide their support. So everyone in the enemy team except for Ari is down. We could be pushing bot madam without HP, so we opt to set pressure on the Drake. So after we get the Drake, we can skip ourselves a little bit. We're now pinging for Baron. We see that 2 of the enemy team is on bot lane and 3 are dead, so we're starting to put pressure into the Baron. And we here it's where we make the play. We just scan the area with the plants, so we know that there is no vision on all of Baron for the enemy team, and there's no vision nearby. So we put down these 2 wards. This one is a visible ward because I want 2 people to be baited to attack it, so that Morgana can get a pick with me. And here we're gonna try to wait for an ambush here. I am really tanky. I have my Iron Elixir, I have my Sterak's Gauge, so I know that I can tank 2-3 people if push comes to shove. So I'm not scared to be here alone with Morgana, because Nocturne can always join from a distance and so can Neon. So as I see that my team is starting to pressure into Baron, I want to act a little bit as a bodyguard, and because the Baron is here, most people would be walking through this side to path here or here, and maybe it's only one person coming on this side, and if they're isolated I can burst them before anything happens. Unfortunately, Gragas with Banshee is the guy who comes on our side, and that prevents me from landing my hook. Morgana also misses a Q. Morgana should not have left this bush. There's no reason for he to be here and risk being collapsed on. You can see that they're actually collapsing onto Morgana, and this is a little bit ballsy. I should not be taking this fight 4v1. I should let Morgana to die. Maybe she has Zarya so she can land an ult and pull off. But because I'm feeling cocky and I see that my team is actually coming, you know, Ezreal is on his way, and Yone and Nocturne can always join from afar, I engage. I am barely tanky enough to survive all of this. I start stacking onto the Gragas and get my first kill. No, I face tank all of my friends thanks to my Sterak. And then as I'm passing about to die, I find a 3-4 people, Q heal, 2000 HP back, and that's enough to keep us alive long enough to put a slow onto the Harry. I have my passive stacks, and that should be it. So here we find all the kills, and we just push into the enemy base, and we're gonna end up the game. So that was another day, another game. I hope you guys enjoyed the commentary. Maybe like and subscribe or leave a comment. I'm looking for feedback. I'd love to hear what you guys think. Alright, thank you everyone for watching, and see you next time.